Hello children, let's start with the UT2 syllabus. Let's first see which all chapters do we have. We have chapter number 4, 7, 14, 18, 24 and 26. So we are going to start with chapter number 26, which is probability, which means possibility. Let's talk about the definition. Probability is simply how likely something is to happen and after how many repeated trials. It's introduced in maths to predict how likely the events are going to happen. So now let's talk about what is an experiment or what's an trial. An operation to produce some outcomes is called experiment or a trial. Now each outcome is called an event. Just see, let's talk about one example of experiment. If you take a coin or you toss a coin, there are two possibilities. You either get head or you get tail. These are the two events. You throw a dice. This is again an experiment. You get 1, you get 2, you get 3, 4, 5 or 6. These are again events. Now what are equally likely events? When two or more events are equally likely, then they have the same possibility of occurring. For example, you are tossing a coin. So there are two possibilities. Either you'll get head or you'll get a tail. So there are 50% chances you get head and there are 50% chances you get a tail. Then mutually exclusive events. When two events cannot occur at the same time. Let's see one example. If you are tossing a coin, you will either get head or you'll get tail. Like you cannot have both the head and tail together. Independent events, like when happening of one event is not affected by the previous events. So when you toss a coin, you get head. Again you toss a coin, you may get head again, and so on. Like if you're having a pack of cards and you draw one card, next time the chances of getting that color will become less. So it is not an example of independent events. Now let's talk about what is random experiment. Now if you know all the possible outcomes but you cannot predict what exactly will come or what will be the exact outcome, it's called a random experiment. What's a trial? To perform a random experiment, it's called a trial. Now we need to keep one formula in our mind. That's probability of happening of event or empirical probability. It's a number of times the event is occurring and upon total number of trials or total number of the times that particular experiment is performed. Now there are ways of showing probability. Like probability lies between 0 and 1. 0 means something which is impossible and 1 means something which is certain. Like 0, it's impossible. Then slightly moving towards the other side, unlikely. Like if you are having a Ludo dice and you want 1. So in 1 in 6, like out of 6, there is only one probability of happening chances are less and non-happening chances are more. Then even chance means 50-50% chances. Likely means more happening chances are there and less likely not happening are there. For example, these are like say 5 balls and 5 colors or 5 balls and you want 4. So 4 in one chance, like more happening and less of not happening, and 1 is exactly a certain chance which is going to happen. Now let's start the exercise better. Let's see the exercise. Like you are tossing a coin 200 times, this is the total chances, and you are getting tail 104 times and you have to find the probability of getting a head. So first of all, your total number of trials are 200, getting tail is 104. So how many chances of getting heads is 200 minus 104, which is equal to 96. Now finding the probability to get a head, that is number of time head is appearing upon total trial, that is 96 upon 200, on reducing it's 12 upon 25. Then two coins are tossed simultaneously 200 times. You're getting like total number of trials are 200. You are getting 2 heads 58 times, 1 head you are getting 83 times, and no head you are getting 59 times. So you have to find the probability of 2 heads, 1 head and no head. So first of all, we put the information that is there in the question. Now getting 2 heads, it's 58 upon 200. On reducing, it's 29 by 100. Getting 1 head is 83 upon 200. And getting no head is 53 upon 200. Next, it's a survey conducted in 100 families. 2 children, 40 families. 1 child, 35 families. No child, 25 families. So we have to find the probability of family having only 1 child. That is, 1 child means 35 families upon how many families? 100. So 35 upon 100. On reducing, it becomes 7 upon 20. Next question. We are throwing a Ludo dice. 1, we are getting 21. Frequency means number of times it's appearing. So 1 is coming 21 times, 2 is coming 14 times, 3 is coming 18 times, 4 is appearing 15 times, 5 is appearing 23 times, and 6 is appearing 9 times. So we have to find the probability of getting 3, 6, 4 and 1. Now getting 3, it's 18 upon total trials 100. Reducing, it's 9 by 50. Getting 6, 9 by 100. We cannot reduce. Getting 4, it's 15 by 100. On reducing, it becomes 3 by 20. Getting 1 is 21 by 100. Cannot be reduced. And that's the last part, the fourth part. Let's check the next question now. Now, if there are 300 ladies, 162 like tea, 138 dislike it. You have to find the probability of the ladies, those who like tea. That is 162 like tea upon 300, and on reducing, it's 27 upon 50. Now the last question, sorry, not the last sixth question. There are 10 balls, 3 are green and the remaining are white. White means 10 minus 3, that is 7. You have to find the probability of a white ball. And the probability of the white ball is 7 upon 10, cannot be further reduced. That's the answer. And now for the last question, you are throwing a dice and you have to find the probability of getting a number which is prime. Now, total outcomes in a dice are 6, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what are the prime, like number of times you can get a prime number? 3, because 3 prime numbers are there, 2, 3 and 5. So probability of getting a prime number is number of prime numbers upon total outcomes, that is 3 by 6. And on reducing, it becomes 1 by 6. With this, beta, this chapter finishes. Please go through the integrated exercise, the examples and the test yourself. Thank you.